your name?
Michael Barruso.
And why are you here today, sir?
To fight to get our jobs back. I started with Marriott back in 1980. I was still in the Air Force when I started. I was working part-time at a nightclub, and I didn't even apply for the job. They were building a brand new Marriott right across the street in Tampa, Florida. And a couple of the managers would come into the bar after the shifts, and one of them asked me if I was interested in a job. I told him I was contemplating going down and filling out an application. His response was, as far as I'm concerned, you already passed your application. All you need to do is go fill out the paperwork in Human Resources. That was Michael Quinlan. He was the food and beverage director, stayed with the Marriott for many years. And he had the same philosophy as Marriott Senior. Take good care of your employees, they'll take good care of the guests, and the guests will keep coming back. And that wasn't with them. That wasn't just words. It was the way they lived. And from 1980 all the way up until just a few years ago, that's the way basically Marriott management has been. I don't know what happened.
So, Michael, you've been in this hotel for over 35 years?
No, not at this hotel. I've been
with the company?
Actually, I left the company for several years, so I own my own business. Then I came back in Atlanta, Georgia.
So, Michael, after all this time you've been with the company, why have you never brought the union in?
You know, I'm one of the guilty ones on that part. I used to be the union rep at the Vista World Trade Center. This was before the bombing, before it became a Marriott. And I didn't care for the union. I didn't think that
but
they
is it because Marriott promised to
well,
take
Marriott,
care of you?
that's Marriott. Basically, they made it clear to us that they will treat us better than the union will. They'd honor all union benefits.
They promised,
yes,
they promised.
Yes, they promised, and they.
And now, when it's time for them to serve, they back out on their words.
Well, exactly. But it's even deeper than that. They made it clear. They made it absolutely clear that they would not have the union in here. Basically, when they built this hotel, I was working at the Long Island Marriott when they were building this. I used to come here when it was just the elevator tower's the only thing existed. And there was a lot of problems with the union there, because, you know, Union Local 6 is right around the block. That's our union.
Yep.
It's a block away from here.
And we never got union.
And one of the big fights, one of the things with Marriott, at the time when they were opening this one, the only Marriott in New York City or Manhattan was the Essex House. And it wasn't even called the Marriott, it was called the Essex House, and it was non-union. One of the agreements was to make Marriott sell that would become a union, and this hotel will be employees' choice at any time in the existence of this hotel. If 51% of the employees want union, it will be union. So Marriott went way out of their way to make sure it never came union. Our mistake was we believed them. Our mistake was, and I believed them because I remember meeting Mr. Marriott in Tampa. First time I met him, he addressed me by name, talked to me, he even made fun of my New York accent. I had a name tag on it to impress me. I met him again a couple of months later. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Michael, how are you doing? How's everything going with you? It's like, how does he remember my name? This was Mr. Marriott Sr.
Wow.
So I never had reason to doubt Marriott would take care of us until the last few years. So.
Porque yo entiendo que son los trabajadores, que son los latinos, que son los inmigrantes, que son las madres solteras que han apoyado esta ciudad, que han hecho posible que la ciudad siga sobreviviendo durante esta pandemia, cuando están tanto sufriendo. Somos nosotros los que estamos trabajando, son nuestra gente y nuestras comunidades que están allá afuera arriesgando su vida. Para salvar a los demás.
You said that we were the heartbeat of New York City.
We are the heartbeat of New York City.
And you are going to fight for us. Is that correct, Ms. Morales?
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you.
It is outrageous that Arnie Sorensen, the CEO of Marriott, made over $16 million last year, yet 850 workers here have not received fair severance during the height of a pandemic in the middle of a holiday season. It's these workers, all 850 of them, that built Times Square, that built this hotel, that deserve the compensation that they need to feed their families. We got to make sure that these workers have the severance to which they are entitled. They have been robbed by Marriott. We got to fix this. And if we're not going to do it through actions like this, then I think the state of New York needs to step in and ensure that these workers are treated fairly. This is an outrage that so many New Yorkers have lost their jobs and not received the severance to which they were entitled. There's been a bait and switch by Marriott. They were promised one thing and now given another, and it's not fair. It's not right to so many people who have given decades of service to the Marriott Marquis and the Marriott Corporation.
Fight the problem.
Mr. Holman, we want to, the Marriott friends, also, we want to personally thank you for standing up for your district. We believe you will be a great borough president. We appreciate you being here, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This
Thank you very much,
this
Senator.
is one of the most important issues of our time right now, because if workers are not treated fairly during the height of the pandemic, how do we expect big corporations to treat them when the sun is shining?
Hospitality workers are the heartbeat of New York. We make New York tick. We cannot be forgotten.